come and coach the kids for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and then the coaches don't know how to follow on with it. So we would like to bring the level, just a bit closer. And anything you really would like to know, we can pass on, except Rick's tricky little secrets. But everything else we can talk about. There's no secrets. But very casual for us. We're pretty easygoing guys. We'd just like to know a little bit about what you'd like to know, what are difficult to coach. Different ages obviously bring different challenges. But yeah, from us, it's really a time for you. We can help out in as many ways as possible, and we can show, we can show some different drills if it takes that about, getting players going. We can show some different structures of how to attack areas, but if it's not what you want to know, it's very, it's not much use. So really, you can fire away for us, just, to get it started anyway. Is there any things that are general that you'd like to know?
For me, the hardest thing is coaching kids in one team, so the level is huge.
Yeah, so
There's guys who can't chat to the guys who want to do tomahawk all day.
What level, what age is this?
13.
13s, yeah. I think the good thing with that age is, and we're coaching these kids a lot, is that you have to teach them the skills even if they can't do it. Even we're doing very basic general skill stuff, but you still have to teach the kids how to slap it. You still have to give them the exact ways to do it. You still have to teach them how to hit a backstick. And I think the other way that we try and do it is we try and make it a little bit simpler. So, everyone wants to hit a tomahawk, run as fast as they can, beat 9 players, dribble around 20 hats and hit in the top corner. But some kids can't even hold the stick properly. So I think some of the easy ways that even with us coaching now is just showing the footwork. So even when I'm teaching backstick, I do a lot of backstick passing, particularly the older kids tomorrow. But the easiest way by far to coach them is to put them up against the wall, feet apart, holding the stick and just getting the feet movement. So if you can get them to not step at all and get their feet work properly, it really helps. And the kids that can't bring their hands together, which is a real challenge for a lot of girls as well, because they'll just do this, that's fine, because that's still a beautiful pass as well. If they can leave their hands apart and do a backstick slide pass, or whatever you want to call it, but as soon as they get used to the movement of changing their body and changing over that side, then you'll find it very easy for them just to get to swing. And that's the thing, even some of the boys, they can hit nice hard tomahawks, but they can't do a backstick slap pass because they all straight away want to bring their hands together and swing. So I'm not sure about that, but I think
you got to get a good balance in coaching the basics, because the best players in the world, whether that's or even the best player, like under 13s to our level, the best players have the better basics. So get the balance between just coaching them how to hit and trap, and then the individual skills as well, because they all like the individual skills, but obviously you need to be able to hit and trap to be a good hockey player. So I think that's something probably where in Europe the talent's probably a little bit more equal than what it is here in Australia. And I think because they all trap well, slap the ball well, they can't hit like we hit, but they all slap it. So I think just coaching the basics of hitting and trapping, get that to a level, then you can teach them some individual backstick passes, drags, that sort of thing, jinks. Because the more skills they've got, the more they can try and practice, and better hockey players they'll become, I think.
But in Europe, I think the skills of the kids are much, I reckon, better at a younger age.
But is that
Maybe.
Like, is that, like, I don't know about you guys, but the Australian culture is about games and playing it. Like, I've heard about some of the, like the Netherlands team will hit and trap for an hour. And obviously that's international level, but I don't know if you find with your kids is that if you need to do the basics and then you get to play the game, but kids expect that game.
Hand-eye coordination, and we're better at a lot of different skills than what they can't do, but they're better at like the technical stuff, slapping. Like they can't hit a ball, for example. Even guys in my team can't hit, they'll slap it, where every Australian can hit a ball. So there's the pros and cons, I guess.
Would you guys feel at your level still spend time on, so how much of your training would you spend on basics? Like
all of it. Like if we miss a trap, or we thought we were pretty good in 2008, our basic skills, we thought, we were top 2, 3 in the world easily every day at trapping and hitting. and then Rick showed us the semi-final, which was
Horrible to watch.
to watch. Nice. And the amount of traps we missed and the amount of passes we didn't pass stick to stick was ridiculous. And he said every time matters. Like every trap, every pass, every single instant matters every time. So every training session, even though if we're running a million miles an hour or standing still, every trap and every pass has to be very thorough. So not just like you see the kids out here, they just like this. I said, be really thorough. Like it's important to be able to trap the ball, so you want to trap it. And
I think
then
that
once you
thought is to be
Yeah.
be another one, and changing that culture in your training sessions. So some people use punishment, like that lack of basics, don't they? Like you miss that trap, you know, do a lap. And how do you encourage that?
I think you have to drill it into them, and that's the thing that, as Jamie said with Rick, we honestly did think we were really good until we actually learned over the last 12, 18 months how much better we could be. And as he said, I reckon we still train probably harder than we did with Barry, but it's different because with Barry it used to be like a 4-on-3, for example, down one side of the field, and it was really quick and it was very good. But if a ball went over the sideline or someone missed a trap on their back stick, it wouldn't matter. As long as you ran to the bench, picked the ball up, put it back on, and we played on. And that was the best thing about us for such a long time, is we were so fast, so fit, we played at that tempo that the team found it hard to beat us. The problem is in Olympic semi-finals and finals, very rarely is it so open that you can just run past anyone. And that was the problem that we found. We lost the World Cup final in 2002, we lost the World Cup final in 2006, we lost the Olympic semi-final in 2008, and they were the only 3 games we were put under serious pressure of a team who just, every time we got the ball, they were on top of us.
well, each one of those games, the opposition had better basic skills than us. And Rick always says the team who has the best basic skills and with energy off the ball, whether you've got it or don't have it, is the team who's going to win. Whether that's hockey, whether that's under 13 hockey, whether that's AFL, whether it's soccer, it doesn't matter which sport. If you've got the best basics and the energy off the ball when you do and don't have it, you're going to win less of games than what you lose.
The key factor though is possession. We're talking about
Possession,
If
yeah.
you haven't got possession, like we all know, we've played the game, you're always chasing it. When you don't chase it, you haven't got control of the game. But when you've got possession, you've got control of the game. And the more possession you got, the more control, the more time you got to score the goal. If you haven't got the ball, you don't score a goal.
We play a game before training at least 2 or 3 times a week. It's 10 on 10 or 12 on 12 inside half the field. And if you can make 10 passes without the other team getting the ball, we've done it for 18 months now. Not one team has ever got 10 passes.
We've done it once in New Zealand.
Who's your team?
09. Now I remember because it was my team. Must have been his team then.
But can I just go back then, just to talk exactly about that, because I think we're getting around that thing, is if you've got one, so what you've got to do is inspire that player who does think in their head, I'm making every trap. Maybe for that good player, you go, okay, actually I counted in the last game, you missed 3 or something. Like, because you've got to then be teaching that dodgy one how to do it properly, and then inspiring that other one, and maybe not thinking.
That's the hard balance, is the level. That's that level thing.
But I guess it's about
keeping
them
everyone interested.
thinking they're better than, like these guys, maybe it's about just doing a little bit of stats and going, actually you did miss 6 this game, like, you know what I mean? Because you guys thought you were pretty...
We did. We honestly did. We thought they were much better than we really were. And it wasn't until we saw, it was bloody hard to watch, because the first day Rick took over, he made us watch this Olympic semi-final, which finally after 4.5 months had gone out of my brain, and I slept for the first time. And then he made us watch it again. So, but yeah, to watch it, it was pretty disgusting to see that the best 16 players in Australia couldn't do very well in that game. So that was disappointing, but it makes us now think so much more about it, and I've never trained in a way I do now, where I'm actually so upset with myself when I miss a trap,
And
because I know how important it is now.
And that makes you just automatically, if it's a World Cup final, Champions Trophy, Olympic final, go out there and just run automatically, because you concentrate so hard at training. Well then, when you go into those big games, it's just normal, because if you don't practice it, well then you become nervous and you might doubt your ability to be able to trap the ball and pass the ball straight. So.
You guys do a lot of work like on like talking about guys keeping flat, about keeping on your toes and keeping mobile and stuff. They get training drills for that sort of stuff.
We do defenders. We do a lot of tackling. The strikers, the whole team in general, we do a lot of tackling.
Strikers do more leading and stuff.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
in defence, we're more intercepts and setting the tone in defence, so it's hard for the opposition to get out. But we don't make too many one-on-one tackles, but it's more getting the right lines, getting the intercepts.
That's what I mean. They're not flat-footed though, just dawdling around. And
Oh,
trained
nah,
about keeping on your toes and stuff.
Yeah,
don't you?
definitely. Yeah, a lot of training. Yeah, especially as defenders, we'll do at least every training session for at least 15-20 minutes. We do one-on-one tackling or 2-on-2. Where it's really competitive. It's in small areas, so the margin for error is, if you make a mistake, you're gone. But I think we're also very lucky because we have good coaches. We have
enough of them.
Yeah, we have enough. So we have a defensive coach, Jason Dunn last year, coached us a lot on tackling. He was a very good tackler. Paul Godoyne is now like a midfield defenders coach, like 200 games for Australia, is very good. They've also got David Bell, who is probably one of Australia's best ever tacklers. So we're very lucky with what we get to see. But
We've got a German there to try and teach us
German.
differently how
I
they
just played on you guys out there. It'd be good just to see how
yep.
they're taught to do that.
Yeah. Even down here, we did a bit of work with the kids just about making hockey as simple as possible. And I'm doing a lot of tackling work with the kids about staying on their forestick. We make the game so difficult for ourselves because the kids, whenever someone runs there, they want to do that. See, now we're taught to move there, move our feet. So the whole time. So if I'm straight on there and someone runs there, I can go there. Jamie's got a beautiful V-drag. He goes back there. All the kids want to do this, whereas we just go there. So trying to keep them, keep this foot still and move side to side.